Imagine a cold day. You're home and your mother bakes you some warm, fresh cookies. What would you drink while eating the cookies? A nice glass of milk? But what if a stranger all of a sudden knocked on the door and begged for something to drink? Would you give him or her a glass of milk? With cookies? Or just water? Did you know that small acts of kindness can make a difference? How? Well, let's take a look at this young boy's story and make sure to stick to the end and discover how he was able to untap his potential. Welcome to Untapping Your Potential, where we will share with you motivational stories, motivational figures, comeback stories, and public speaking tips that will keep you growing and inspire you to take action. Once upon a time in a small town, there lived a poor boy who grew up doing odd jobs, side hustles, from selling all sorts of things just to make ends meet. From mowing people's lawns to selling newspapers and scrap metal, he would work from morning until night to earn enough money to cover his school expenses. His dream was to become a doctor, but given his circumstances, he wasn't sure he'd make it. In fact, he'd already abandoned his dream. How could I become a doctor if I couldn't even save enough money for food? One day, as he was walking from house to house as usual, he felt hungry and weak. The boy felt he couldn't even take a single step. So in desperation, he decided to go to the nearest house and ask for food. He knocked on the door at this one house and was surprised to see a beautiful young girl open the door. The boy quickly lost his cool and became shy. Instead of a meal, he simply requested a glass of water from the girl. "Okay, wait here." The young girl returned inside the house after silently understanding the boy's condition. It only took her a couple of minutes before she came out, this time with a large glass of milk. She said, "Sorry, we ran out of water, but I have some milk." The boy took the glass and drank the milk slowly with astonishment. It was the most delicious drink he had in weeks. When he was finished, the boy asked, "Ma'am, how much do I owe you for this milk?" But by his question, the girl simply laughed. "No, I don't want any money for this. Think of it as paid in full by all the kindness you've shown in the neighborhood. I've seen you around. And also, my mom has taught me never to accept anything from kindness. It all comes back. Life sends miracles when you least expect them, when you do your best." The girl's words and the glass of milk had done more to satisfy the boy's hunger. It had given him new hope in his mind and heart. He knew he was doing his best, and that life would take care of him. The boy thanked the girl from the bottom of his heart before leaving. "Thank you so much." Years have passed, and one day the girl, now a woman, who had given the little boy hope and a glass of milk, became severely ill. News spread across the town that the young lady was diagnosed with a very rare kind of a disease. Many experienced doctors were baffled at her condition, but none of them knew how to help her. She was eventually admitted to the city's hospital with the most advanced facilities. Dr. Kelly, a well-known physician, was summoned by the hospital to examine her. Despite his extraordinary expertise, Dr. Kelly found the girl's illness extremely difficult to treat. However, after many months of perseverance and hard work, he was finally able to control the disease. The girl was eventually cured thanks to his careful medication and monitoring. Everyone praised the physician. But the young lady was concerned about how much the hospital bill would be. Her family had only a small amount of money in the bank, which was far from enough to cover such a lengthy treatment at the prestigious hospital. The girl was finally given the hospital bill after she had recovered. She opened it up with trembling hands. But to her surprise, she noticed a large "paid" stamp on top of it. When she turned the paper over, she discovered a note that read, "Paid in full, with a glass of milk. Signed, Dr. Howard Kelly." The little hungry boy whom the girl had helped many years ago by giving him a glass of milk, had grown up to become one of the world's leading doctors. During his most desperate time of need, she saved him. And years later, during her most desperate time of need, it was he who saved her. No act of kindness, no matter how small, is ever wasted. Aesop. You ever heard the saying, if you scratch my back, I scratch yours? But sometimes most people will fall into the habit to always get something back in return. Should you always give something back in return? This can be harmful, especially if you didn't get what you wanted. You quickly become irritated, almost feeling betrayed. Expecting what to give and expecting your actions to be returned will always leave you disappointed. Selfish people have one eye on giving and the other eye on calculating the return, and it's not appealing. If you believe that selfishness benefits the people, perhaps temporary, but in the long run, it robs you from true success. You must interact with others and not always expect something in return. There are numerous opportunities to make a positive difference in the world, and it's through kindness. Do you remember your mom giving you $5 to buy something at the corner store? Or do you remember your mom always being there and loving you? You will often remember how someone made you feel instead of the material things. But let me ask you, isn't that a wonderful way to be remembered? By simply being kind and making people feel good? Many people lack the virtue of kindness, yet they expect it from others. Kindness is valued in all aspects of life, regardless of age, whether you're 5 or 60. Too often we underestimate the power of a touch, a smile, a kind word, a listening ear, an honest compliment, or the smallest act of caring, all of which have the potential to turn a life around. Leo Buscaglia. A kind act is truly magical when you are kind to someone. They forget about their problems, and even a bad day can turn into a good one. If we were kinder to one another, the world will be a more beautiful place. Because kindness has the potential to transform the world. Do one act of kindness consciously every day. Similarly to Nick Smart's 5 critical things to happiness. You must connect, be active, pay attention, continue to learn, and most importantly, give. It has never and will never have anything to do with money. Kindness and the act of doing it will change you in unexpected ways. It will enrich your life more than the things for which you show kindness and compassion. Good things will come back to us when we are kind to others. And when you give your all, no matter what life throws at you, miracles happen. And life itself assists you in realizing all of your ambitions. No act of kindness is too small. The gift of kindness may start as a small ripple that over time can turn into a tidal wave affecting the lives of many. Kevin Heath. Pay it forward and life will reward you. One act at a time can change the world. As Khalil Gibran once said, the smallest act of kindness is worth more than the greatest intentions. Thanks for watching this video. How would you like to hear more motivational stories on a consistent basis? Do me a favor and support the channel by sharing, commenting below, and please make sure to like and hit that subscribe button to get the latest updates. Soon you will be on your way to feeling inspired.